Hello everyone, Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. Today's video is a review for Batman The Imposter number 3. This is the last issue of this series. And if you've been watching the channel, we've been following this along. Let's talk a little bit about the creative team and then we'll get to the conclusion here. So, this book is written by Mattson Tomlin, who, as you may or may not know, also worked on the Batman film. So, if you're looking to see what a little bit of a feel of what that's going to be like, I think this book is perfect for that. With artist Andrea Sorrentino, colors by Jordie Bellaire, and letters by Steve Wands. So, let's talk a little bit about the previous issues just to get you caught up. So, in this world, this is an alternate world where Bruce Wayne grew up on his own. He really doesn't have much of a support system other than Dr. Leslie Tompkins. Also, he hasn't been the Batman for too long, but the Batman is both antagonized by the police and the Gotham elite. We also find out that there is a second Batman who is an imposter who's been killing people and making sure that the police go even harder after Batman. We meet Detective Blair Wong, who really is the only one that's looking for the answers, but she's in a complicated spot as she's also in a relationship with Bruce Wayne. She doesn't know, she's not aware of his identity, so that really complicates things. So, yeah, in this issue, the battle against the imposter poisoning the Batman's name heats up, while Detective Blair Wong makes a deadly decision. Is there a way back for Bruce Wayne's war on crime after the damage the copycat has done, or was that war already lost before it even began? So, yeah, this issue really is the conclusion of everything that's been coming in the past few issues. So let's take a little look at the art. I don't want to get into any spoilers, but we'll also talk a little bit about the story as we go through this stuff. Uh, so we've been getting here, and I think one of the things that I've been saying in these reviews is that Andrea Sorrentino's paneling is always very, I feel, innovative, very different, very not from what you would normally get, like a grid or something like that. I also really appreciate his style, which although it's not it's not traditional comic book art, but like, I don't know, he finds a way to make everything look very, although not photorealistic, it's very realistic with his own little twist. Also, Belaire's colors on stuff like this, like they just really make everything pop. Let's go to our next page that I want to show. So when I was talking about the layouts, this is something that Sorrentino is just amazing at. Here we have Batman walking through the sewers as the police are after him. I love seeing the little panels in between in front of the larger panel, and then at the bottom we have a mirror image of Detective Wong. But then as you go through the next page, you see the same panel, but on the opposite side. So, yeah, I think this is a very fun way to do the storytelling, but also a really cool way to keep the pace low for a story like this. In pages like this, it makes you go back and take a look. Like, is this what I just saw in the previous page and stuff like that? So, kind of makes you wonder. The colors aren't as bright on the bottom part, so it's kind of like you would see the reflection tainted in the sewer water. So I really like that a lot. Like I mentioned in the last issue, um, Batman and Detective One finally came to a head, and like I said, at that point she does not know that Bruce Wayne is also Batman, so that really complicates things for them and their relationship going forward. Let's take a look a little bit more on the art here. Uh, so Batman is able to evade the police, and he starts putting a lot of pieces together of everything that's going on. I really like I said, I just love Sorrentino's art. I love the little squares that kind of call your attention to different details. So it's all really cool. And then it's all kind of highlighted by stuff like this, like these sound effects and the lettering, and like I mentioned, Belaire's colors, like how they contrast from the bottom to the top. And then I have one last panel to show. These are all really out of context because, like I said, I don't want to give too many spoilers, so don't read. Don't read if you want to find out. But yeah, this is kind of like the detective mode, I would call it, if you're familiar with the Arkham Knight games. So yeah, here's like Bruce kind of trying to put everything together, trying to figure out who this imposter is. So yeah, overall, I really enjoyed this story. It's only 3 issues, although they are oversized prestige issues. This is just a really fun take on the Batman, really interesting, and then just pairs up really well with Andrea Sorrentino's beautiful art. Jordie Bellaire's like just out of this world coloring, and I think it all just kind of really fits in this like more of a slow story. Like this is really a detective story, whereas some of the Batman books can sometimes be like more of an action adventure type of deal. This is definitely I would say noir only because it's more toned down in the colors, but it's not fully like it's not fully noir, but it's definitely more of a detective story. So yeah, I very much enjoy this series. I recommend this to anyone that has any kind of uh, peripheral knowledge of Batman. I think they would enjoy this book. I'm sure they're gonna come up with a super really cool collected edition closer to the release of the movie next year, and I can't wait to see what that looks like. Probably some really nice hardcover. Um, Sorrentino's books because he designs a lot of. He works on a lot of the covers with the designers. They make it look really cool. So it's definitely something. If you haven't bought it now, something you may want to look into for the future. And then, like I said, if you want to get a little bit of a taste of what Tomlin is bringing to the Batman movie, I think this is a perfect way to just kind of get some insight on the type of writing that Tomlin can do. So yeah, overall, very enjoyable. One of the coolest Batman things I've read in quite a while, actually. So very excited for that. But yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. We have more comic reviews, we have TV recaps, all that good stuff, trailer reactions. So follow us in on YouTube, subscribe, leave us a comment, and thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.